who were rich enough, they left the country. In the beginning, they still could get the money out of the country, at least a lot of it, if not everything. And they left the country on time. Others thought it cannot be as bad, even in future. And that's what most people thought. It cannot be as bad. And they stayed too long. And also other countries didn't want them. If they wanted to go to Spain, the Spanish said, no, you don't get a visa. So where would you go? So in my opinion, what happened was really very, very, very bad. But they tried to keep it secret from the people. I mean, people could watch that you were a Jew, you were taken from your home, you were put in some concentration camp or whatever, but people were told, we transport them to a new place where they can stay. They were not told, we want to kill them. Yeah? So most people rightly said, we didn't know what they did. Yeah? And I remember my uncle, he was grand-uncle, not the brother of my grandmother. He was working with the railways, and he probably got some information about Dachau. This is a concentration camp near Munich. Munich, you know? Okay, that's the capital of Bavaria. And
Capital of
Bavaria. Bavaria is one of the German states. Well, like Rajasthan is one of the states of India. And I remember that when he talked about Dachau, this concentration camp, he was only whispering. Normally, he was speaking very loud. People said if you wanted to have my uncle in the railway station, you just have to listen where the crying comes from. But there he was very, very, even after the war, you see. So people were very much afraid to talk about it, even if they had knowledge. Because if you have knowledge and you talk about it, you go to a concentration camp as well. Yeah, and who wants? Yeah? Especially when you have noticed what happens over there. Yeah? So I would suggest that people knew something bad happens, but they didn't know what exactly happens. Yeah? They knew that it's bad when you take people out of their flat, you know, and maybe even burn it and destroy their shops. Yeah? But they didn't know that they killed them. Yeah? And they learned after the war. Yeah? And you see, my grandmother, she, I'm sure she did it like this. She, as a child, we went shopping. Shops were closed already. There's a legal time in Germany to close shops. At that time it was 6 o'clock in the evening. And my grandmother still went to the shop, and I said, it's closed. I was for maybe 7 years. Ah, never mind, I go in from the back. Yeah? Front is closed, I go in from the back. And what my grandmother said, she liked to buy from a Jewish shop. She said when the SR, this means the Nazis, stood in front of the door that you could not or should not get in, you know, without a lot of trouble, I went in from the back. Yeah? So it was not all people who were satisfied with what happened. The majority probably was not, and some even made money on it, you know, because they could buy Jewish property cheap. Yeah? And well, that's what happened, and it's, in my opinion, a crime. You see, For me, it's a crime when I treat you badly because you are an Indian. It's a crime. And it's a crime when I treat you bad when you are a Jew. If you are a bad person, it's something completely different. But most of the Jews had just settled in Germany and were as German as even maybe more than I am, means mentally. Yeah? I met some fellow in the Philippines. His family came from Germany. When he talked about Germany, he was even in a concentration camp, you know. But when he talked about it, he was more German than myself. You see, and how can you say these people are bad? I simply don't understand it. You see, and I disagree, and most German people probably would have disagreed too. Yeah. You see, so many of the German Jews had the Nobel Prize for chemistry, for physics, for whatever. You know, Mr. Einstein. He was a German Jew. So if you ask me, I don't understand it myself.